Welcome back to our continuing adventures on the Let's Defend platform. Today, instead of an alert, we are looking at one of the additional exercises that Let's Defend has put out. This one underneath the Malware Analysis section, that being of Malicious VBA. Now, I am by no means a coder. I did cheat just slightly and look ahead to take a look at what I'd be trying to reverse, and it did not fill me with anything besides dread taking a look at it. Let me see if I can't share that out. Oh, here we go. Let's see, Notepad++, that's what I'm looking for. I'm kind of spoiling it slightly here, but so the basis is that you get at the end of it, a invoice.vb, and it looks like basically someone just grabbed the VBA macro that you would typically get and see as it fired off. Sub auto open. And I did not really want to sit there and try to go through and just pull all this crap together. No offense to the people and or team that went through to put this together, but I'm all about working smarter, not harder. It all depends as to your particular tool set. So I was looking for a easier way to go about this, and I think I might have found something. But I guess we'll kind of find out. So let me go ahead and take the VBA back off. And I'm going to turn on something else that hopefully won't get blasted out, but we'll see. The question is, can I zoom in anymore? I know, just such thrilling. Effectively, what I found is a tool that is included with a Linux distribution called Remnox, and it occurs to me I don't see the VM actually running. There we go. That's better. So that's just to show you in the /home/downloads directory, I have placed invoice.vb. I've also created a copy. I've done that because I have opened up the original .vb and I have stripped out all the extra. So the original included the aspects for the double dash, equal sign, however you want to term it, through the top, the solid lines, the broken lines, everything else like that, and just basically stripped it down so it is literally just the subs, the codes, the declaration of variables and the like. Again, if I get the terminology slightly wrong, I'll take the criticism, but effectively I am not a programmer by trade. So anyways, we're kind of getting off topic. So there is a tool in Remnox called, of all things, ViperMonkey, which looked like it would be every little thing that we would need. So inside of ViperMonkey, you can sit there and have it kind of emulate the calls that get run through, and you can request it to generate the IOCs that it would pull from there. That's the -- IOCs in there. So it's just basically vmonkey, any options or switches you're going to apply, and then the name of the file that you're going to run it against. So we're going to kick that sucker off. And you can see, if you pay close attention, some of the code is there like it was as the stuff was run through. There, I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller, as it were. So we're just going to sit here and wait for a little bit. It's going to evaluate. Again, it's Remnox, that is REMNUX. They're currently at version 7 at the time of recording. And it is a free OVA file you can pull down that will work with the major virtualization items for workstations. And they have their own separate thing for VirtualBox. So if you can't afford VMware Workstation, you can get one that is specifically built for VirtualBox and basically get it free and clear and be able to run just one more thing. So we get all this stuff. So IOCs, it tells us that apparently that there's something in there that calls out to a tiny URL address. And we get what looks to be a SHA-256 and a SHA-1 hash. I'm guessing by length. It also, just above that, recorded actions. Now, part of this I cheated. I know that they sit there and ask, what is the user agent string that ends up getting used? And in basically issuing one command and a little bit of scrolling, we get that. I didn't have to reverse engineer all of that junk. I basically get all this nice stuff. It makes this so much more easier. Should I have probably done it longhand? Yes, because there's going to be a time that you actually need to know how to do it. I'm going to save that for my actual 9 to 5, where I'm getting paid to go through and rip this stuff apart. I'm going to find shortcuts and basically build off or utilize the hard work of others in the InfoSec community to pull out beautiful things like this. So we should probably go back. And so that's effectively what I have done. So let's go ahead and we will remove the VMware instance. And so what I've effectively done is, where is it? Notepad. The extra item in there, I just copied and pasted from the VM and dumped it into here. So I just had vmonkey.txt containing hopefully what will be all the necessary answers for the questions. So to take something that, again, no offense to the team or individual that put this together, Russian Panda. Go throw them some love. Maybe there'll be a couple of things in here that will throw me for a loop that it will not go through and give us a direct answer to. Okay, slight disconnect there. So, crap, now I forgot exactly where I was at. Hopefully, what is it, Russian Panda? Yeah, my entire train of thought got broken. Sorry. Russian Panda, if you happen to stumble upon this, I know, realistically, you should do this in probably the extremely hard way, but okay. A document indicates download of a payload after execution. Can you tell what website is hosting it? Oh, well, now we're going to have a little bit of fun. So we have the tiny URL. I'm assuming it's not going to be as simple as just saying tiny URL. So we can take virus total. Oops, I forgot I don't have my keyboard attached. Oh, I got my work laptop right next to me. Try to do too many things at once. Spacing out partway through. We can sit there and run the tiny URL in virus total. In most cases, it will tell us exactly where it's coming from. So this was Discord app. So we'll see if that's the exact answer that they want. Website is hosting it. Oh. Okay, well, I guess it's why it pays attention to sit there and... No? Well, I mean, it's a CDN for Discord, but... Okay, let's try this. Oh, okay, they want first stage. So they just want the surface level. Okay, that's fine. File name of the payload, including the extension, which I believe is dropped.exe, or we can take a look at what does virus total says. Virus total says it's INV. So I'm going to shoot with INV to start with. That's not what the script shows, but okay. Now we're going to say what the drooped drop.exe. There we go. What method is used to establish an HTTP connection between the files on the malicious web server? Method call? Is it the ADODB.stream that was pulled from it? And again, I am just making reference back to, as I go through this, the... Oh crap, I just realized that it's sitting on top of everything. My apologies. This is why I should have my second monitor hooked up. So the first full-on URL, the tiny URL, the name as denoted inside the VB script. And we are submitting the portion or what method, and we'll see. No. Okay. Go back. All right, fine. We'll come back to that one. Whoa. Oh. That's basically just the way that it was formatted, because it was divided with some vertical lines. All right, so question 4. Yay! Okay, what is the object the attacker uses for WMI? What is the object? we're going to end up in the same thing. So there's a function call in there that, again, I'm going to have to clean out. Double check. I believe that is supposed to be all one. SimV2? Is that something I should like know off the top of my head? Contains classes for computer hardware and configuration. Well, no. Okay, let's just see SimV2. No. Method using to establish HTTP connection. I have to do more cleanup again, but is it from the top of that? So ms xml2.server xml http .6.0. Of course, in the brackets, the sexy brackets. No. Okay, so this is not immediately just straight and easy as y'all get out. Okay, I can get behind that. So even at least with some of this put together, you still gotta work. Still gotta work. Okay, I'm gonna be upset at, okay, so it's not that, it's not that. Okay. So I think we're gonna probably take a look at hints. No hint. Oh, okay then. Okay then. Object call. Oh. What if we expand it out? And we just kind of break all this. Nope, no hint on that one. Starts with when M. Is that not? Okay, well, if it starts as it, there are two items there. So it might be part of it. Because there should be one that calls CIMB2 colon win32 underscore process. fine. No extra white spaces, anything else like that? Hmm. Well, bugger all. Because that is the two that I end up seeing. It was pulled out of this. I mean, drop.exe according to. What is the method? I mean, could it literally be that uber complex? I know, I'm jumping all around here. But we're basically just trying to reassemble this. If it literally has to include the single quote marks, everything else like that. So I'm just kind of grabbing it from there. No. Was there one that denoted like a get? Well, yeah, that's the one that I put in there. Get tidyurl.com/g2z2gh6f. I am just literally left wondering. It starts with win mgmts, which we've got, but yet we do not see. I mean, could it be looking at maybe they're looking for the section of code as opposed to the actual response? So the section of obfuscated code? Nope, not according to that. Obfuscated. I mean, I got a couple of other ones that I can try before we basically run down the. Oh, it just talks method. It's just, it's get is the method, but error. Apparently you can do something in CyberChef to sit there and decode the suspicious strings. Huh. Well, maybe it's not that difficult then to sit there and pull through. But yet, I am still left creating a current. How long has this been running? Almost 25-minute long video of me basically stumbling around these last two questions. So I just find odd, because, okay, it starts with mean, should we be looking at maybe a sandbox run? Well, let's take the INV and we'll look in other sandboxes. Okay, so there's been a little bit of transition here. It's now about 18 hours since I started recording. Was mentioning this exercise to a colleague, friend, I don't know how best to describe him, but effectively, uh, he decided he was going to take a crack at it, and I guess apparently the formatting is a little bit tricky with this. So apparently Viper Monkey gave us the mostly right info in regards to everything as to how it breaks out. Although I guess you could technically argue it gave us all the right info, but the format everything is particularly looking for is very, very precise. So I was running through this and I figured, okay, we'll come back to this because he's was told that, you know, change the answers that you've been supplying, in these little bit of ways and it'll go through. I guess they went through and did it. But so effectively, we tried to, for question 3, present the whole portion. So it's not talking about the git host or the git command, or it's not talking about HTTP or HTTPS in terms of how that data goes. So they want specifically. So the, what was it, third item that we got, the first create object, and I'll put it on here. Oops, again, wrong screen. So apparently we are, or I was entirely right that it is ms xml2.server xml http, but effectively the formatting is not looking for the version number. So this entirely could have been results, maybe if I'd sat there and worked this backwards by hand as opposed to utilizing a tool to do it, maybe this would have been exactly what I would have been given as opposed to the .6.0 portion. But we'll go ahead and submit that. Yeah, there we go. So it is formatting. And then the same thing, Viper Monkey ended up giving out too many, or putting in too many backslashes. Because it, for question 6. So we were on the right portion with the hint. But what was being reported after everything was done was, well, basically, like I said, too many backslashes. So that's what we ended up getting. And what it should be is, instead of a double, and then on the quad, so it should basically spell out WINMGMTS : //root/CIMV2, and I'm now blanking, what is it? Colon? The 2 vertically aligned dots, Win32_process. So the hint is correct there. And it looks like we previously tried it. No, it was too many notes. That's what it was. Yep, that fills in all the rest of that. Let's see, what object does the attacker use to be able to read or write binary? And I think from running through all that, that was at adodb.stream. I think I might have tried it or keeping the single quotes in there, and I think that's why it failed. It's not looking for the single quotes. Yep, it's all formatting. But then again, I mean, realistically, it is technically wrong because I included the single quotes before, but there we go. So even on the back end, after utilizing a tool, still have to do a little bit of cleanup apparently, but that's okay. It's a very good challenge. So I tip my hat to at Russian Panda. Even with a tool to sit there and do the decoding, it still required manual intervention with the results. So I would say that regardless, Russian Panda beat the tool. And this challenge beat the tool. Which, hey, know that moving ahead. Basically sit there and take a look at those other particular aspects, but this has been very rewarding. Of course, now the problem is I'm going to try the same exact thing with the other challenge that's, I think it was just released this week. The VBA 4. So this will be fun. Or not VBA, but the Excel 4 macros. The stuff that's actually, or the code that's inputted into the actual cells themselves. Oh, fun, fun. But still, I mean, at least as I'm taking a look at this now, okay, about 33 minutes. Not counting the time that I kind of paused it to beat my head against the wall, but trying to go through and manually clean up that code that we originally started with. I think this is still utilizing the tool as a time saver. But there we go. That is malware analysis, malicious VBA, and I will see everyone in the next video.